Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name's SheepDog24 and let's get into this one. So today guys, we're back on F1 and we're going to be doing the F1 pit stop challenge, which is something I did last year on last year's game, F1 2020, and it brought my channel a fair amount of success, so I'm going to be doing it again. And we're going to be doing it around the new track of Jeddah, as you can see. So yeah, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to record all three pit stop challenges, because I'm going to do three. I'm going to do one at Jeddah today, one at Imola and one at Portimao, and then I'm going to edit Jeddah's today and release it today, and then do edit Imola's and Portimao tomorrow. I understand that this is going to be some people's first time seeing the track, so I'm going to make this intro short and sweet. Let's get into it then, and let's start a new Grand Prix. So I'm going to be in the F1 2021 car. Here is Saudi Arabia. This is what it looks like. And if you don't know what the pit stop challenge is, pretty much I use the soft, the medium, the hard, the intermediates and the full wets, one of each tyre in the race, and we have to just see where we end up. So could be a really good race and come first, or we could do not so great and come last. I did try this on 60% AI and it was way too hard. So I've learnt my lesson now, and we're going to be doing it on 20% AI. Not 20%, 0% AI. We're going to be Sebastian Vettel, and assists are all the same as usual. Rules and flags will be on. Weekend structure, we want a 25% race, so that means that we have a pit stop that all the AI drivers have to take. So let's reduce it to 0% AI, and these are all fine. Weather and day, we're going to make sure it's clear and dry, because otherwise that could ruin the challenge if it went onto wets, because then the majority of it would just be me struggling. So yeah, need to make sure it's clear and dry. Although I say that, it will be at night time, because we're having it in realistic performance, and Saudi Arabia's Grand Prix is another night race, so we're going to have 3 night races in a row. Sorry about that. And we've got Qatar this week. I can't remember if that's a night race as well, or if it's an evening race or afternoon. I don't know, I can't remember, but I know that Saudi Arabia is going to be a night race, and of course Abu Dhabi is as well. That's a night race, and then possibly Qatar, or Qatar, which we're going to this weekend. So that is pretty cool. Obviously, since I tried it, I got 6 laps done, so I have a little bit of track knowledge, and I knew the track before anyway, because I watched Araba's video actually of looking at it, and I have to say it looks amazing. It's definitely up there for one of the best looking tracks, and I think it plays well as well. It's definitely interesting for F1 the game. Whether it will be interesting in real life, who knows, but yeah, they still need to finish building it in real life. I mean, they have, I think, 2 weeks or so, maybe under that now, to make sure that the track is finished and ready for F1 to roll in. But yeah, so it's a street circuit as well, and yeah, enough of me yabbering. You know the rules now, you know what the challenge is today. We're on 0% AI, so hopefully we can get through the field using all the soft compounds, all the wet compounds. So let's do this.
Welcome to the Jeddah street circuit for what we hope is going to be a gripping day of racing. It's time to get underway as we join the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. An interesting circuit, this one, the newest on the Formula One calendar. And like most street circuits, it's sure to present the drivers with an interesting technical challenge. Some challenging turns for the drivers to negotiate as well. And at the same time, they're going to have to manage their tyres very carefully in this heat. And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Anthony Davidson, alongside me as always, to talk you through the action. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? And of course, it's looking very close here today. A lot's going to be riding on those first few corners, and then the question becomes who can manage their tyres so they're in a better position to push hard towards the end.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Ocon, Sainz, Norris, Stroll and Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel and Gasly, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin, Nicholas Latifi and Kimi Raikkonen. Russell and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right then, so here we are at the track then of Jeddah. And the strategy is, right, 4 laps on the softs to start, then 1 lap on the wets, because of course we want to be on the wet tyre the least. Then some laps on the hard, pit for intermediates and finish on mediums. We'll see how we can do, but let's go to the 5 red lights then. Here at Jeddah, first time me completing a race here, and maybe the first time you've ever seen it, and well, lights are out. It's a decent start from us. I was a bit cautious because I don't know when the AI brake, especially on 0%. It can be really unpredictable, and then you just lose your front wing, which did happen a few times, which is why I had to use a couple of flashbacks. So you'll probably realise when I use a flashback, but yeah, I had to use a few here. Although already saying that, we did start 13th, we're now up to, well, 6th, so yeah, we're going to get Perez and Leclerc. Cool, it was off at the track, but they kind of forced me off, because again, they suddenly brake there, and then we're going to get Bottas and Hamilton doing the switcheroo left to right, although this time it wasn't on one car, it was for both of them, so let's have a quick replay at the start again. Fairly average start for me, but again, like I said, it's a new track. I don't know when the AI are going to brake, and I can lose my front wing easily, especially towards the back of the pack. It is a fairly short run to turn 1 though, but that doesn't really make much of a difference to me, because I think that this track is extremely high speed. As you can see, we're already cutting through. Ignore the corner cuttering, but yeah, and this off track stuff, you know, they force me out, leave me no room. And then this was the brilliant move, going from outside to inside. So that was pretty good. Now ahead is only Verstappen, so yeah, slight graze of the wall there. Luckily no damage, because I'm not on simulation damage. And there you can see I'm changing the tyres to wets, so when I say the word to box, then I'll be able to box and go onto the wet tyre just for a lap. Not thinking about that right now though. Right now I'm trying to get past Verstappen so I can try and run away, and and gain a large enough lead, so that I won't get hit. But I did want to show you the full lap because some people haven't seen this. So that's a full lap of Jeddah. It's pretty high speed, and I think it's a very good track. Here's the overtake, the switch one. Got Bottas, then got Hamilton. Left him almost no room, but luckily he was able to find a gap and back out there. But yeah, once we passed Max, there wasn't much to do. So this was when I went into box. If you're thinking why I was so slow there, don't worry, I will explain it very shortly. But yeah, we're boxing onto the wets now on lap 5. It's a decent stop for the team, and then the Aston Martin is out and released to try and survive the lap, basically, because as you'll see now, I had a bit of a tank slapper there, and I don't even have the assist off for ABS. This was why, though, is because I had to change it so it didn't replace my front wing, because for some reason yeah, good one, Jeff. Really thought of that. There's the slight tad move there, but I had no wing damage, but they decided that they wanted to try and fix the wing damage. What I do have damage on, though, is my tyres. I mean, look at the temperature there, skyrocketing, and yeah, you won't ever see that in real life. Wet tyres on a dry track, simply because it'd be just stupid to do it. Bit of a drift there into the pit entry, and this was where I lost the most positions, obviously. But we're on to the hard tyre now. This is the one I was on for the longest, and it kind of makes sense because it's the hard tyre, but it's the one with the most life. But yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point because we have just about half, a bit under half actually, race distance. So yeah, now we've been released to try and catch Ricciardo, Gasly, and the two Alpines ahead. So this was how I did it then. They brake way too early on easy, and then I can just get ahead, get past Ricciardo, get past Gasly. I made a mistake because I went into the back of Alonso's. Almost do the same again here. Cut the corner a bit and get past Alonso, and then look for a move on Ocon. He closed the door there, so have to go back another time, get on, take another bite of the cherry, and then I'm through, and Ocon is there to sit, sadly, as he gets left behind. So this was the off-board camera of how I did it. Past Ricciardo, past Gasly, around the outside, then have the inside for this corner. Take the inside bit here, cut the corner a little bit to get Alonso, and then Esteban Ocon was ahead. But of course, since it's 0% AI, I can just get him in this braking zone here, and well, job's a good one. Lick the stamp and sent it. So yep, that was that, and then on to lap 7 now, and had the popcorn out here because I was seeing Norris and Sainz fight, but this was just how I got past Norris. Wasn't too special, but just wanted to show you guys so you knew how I got past him. Sainz gave me a little bit of trouble here. I tried to go around the outside, almost get collided by Sainz as I have to back out, and then I accidentally do it on the outside off the track, have to let him through, and then I just get to do a stylish overtake instead. So no complaints from me there, and well, this is how I do it around the outside of this banked corner. A lot of new tracks actually love having banked corners. If you remember Hanoi in 2020, you'd know that had a banked corner. This was how I did it off board though, and yeah, we get to see the stunning track once again, which is always a plus. Um, and this was how I got Leclerc then. Same lap 7, he was just a little bit further ahead, and leaving it a bit late, but got past him eventually. He squeezed me a bit, but of course they aren't smart enough to squeeze you right to the wall. This was how I did it off board. Just simple case of catching up and then going around the outside and braking later than Leclerc and getting the job done. So that was that move. This was the Perez move that I had later on lap 8. I say that it was the first sector, and then here's how we caught up to Bottas and then went for an overtake on him. He was really slow through that corner. I had DRS. He's not so slow in this corner though. It was a bit of a tough move, and the offboard will show you how it was a bit more tough. But I could have gone for a move here maybe, but I decided not to. Decided to wait, and well, the patience worked out because I was able to get past him, but I squeezed him very closely to the wall. Let's have a look from his front wing actually. So this was how close I was when I get to it. There you go. This was how close I was to colliding with Bottas. He had to let off the throttle a bit there. So apologies to Bottas, but yeah, yes, he had to let Sebastian through. You know, James came on the radio and said, "Valtteri, it's James. Time to let Sebastian through." And that's what he did basically. So yeah, here we go on to the intermediate tyre then. That was a clean pit stop from the Aston Martin lads. Of course, showing the Aston Martin support here as well, because the safety car is also the Aston Martin one, which is very cool. I really like the Aston. It's definitely a good change from some tracks from the AMG that we've had for so long. Although they're equally just as awesome cars. Lap later, nothing really happens, so we go on to the final pit stop of this challenge, onto the mediums, and again, a decent stop from us, and just about wheeling it out. Max Verstappen gets past us, but yeah, if I can make 2 pit stops and stay ahead of most of the field, you can see how easy it was for me. And yeah, so this was the overtake on Max. Pretty easy. He did squeeze me quite a bit there. I didn't think that he was going to leave me enough room. This was how I did it off board, but yeah, pretty easy, as you'd expect on 0% AI. Yeah, not much to say really, just got past him and that was that. And yeah, that really was that, because it's the final lap, final corner, and as a joke I decided, you know what, let's go back in reverse. So break my front wing, it doesn't matter though because this is the final lap. Start to reverse back across the line. Max Verstappen was coming rather quickly, so I tried to block him off, and then he just takes out my back tyre, and then I start celebrating. So yeah, I just went back and redid this in a flashback. This is just for jokes, this isn't a challenge rule or anything. I was just so far ahead that I was like, well, why not do it? And then we had this weird glitch where I was doing the victory animation when I hadn't even crossed the line. And then we do go across the line, and recording has a bit of a spasm. So does the wheel as well. Not my actual racing wheel, I mean Sebastian's wheel. What the heck is going on here? Like what? You might need to fix that, Cody's. But yeah, there's the podium. And then I get surprised by Nikita Mazepin. Yeah, that was really weird. I was just, you know, I finished the race. I was like, oh, thank God I finished the race. And then I see Nikita Mazepin on the podium, and I'm like, what? Sorry, did you get through the entire field? well, let me show you after this victory animation. There it is then, and yeah, wow, Nikita by my side in third, and don't worry, I will explain this, but it's just really weird. I don't know how this happened, but it's yeah, I kind of assume how it happened. I have an assumption of why it happened, but or how it happened, not why. I don't know why. Don't know why Nikita Mazepin's on the podium. But something that they might need to fix. Although to be fair, not many people are gonna go across the line in reverse, are they? You can see there, I got the fastest lap. I got four stops, and yeah, you might see that the timing screen's a bit odd here. Let's have a look then on the off-board. So here I was doing my thing, smashing into the wall and then reversing backwards, and then well, we'll wait for it because it took a bit of time to get back, and then yeah, that happened. You know what? I'll let it go back, and you can see what happened again. No, still can't see it. Let me inspect it for you here. Yeah, notice anything different? Nah, it's a normal thing to see the grid completely reverse when you go reverse on the cross line. Don't know what happened there, but back to the normal me. So there you have it then, guys. I'll probably say this in the commentary after, but what the heck happened at the end? Like, I reversed, and then it seemed to like almost reverse the grid. Like, Nikita Mazepin came third, and I looked at the timing sheet, it said he was last the entire time, and then he gets promoted to third. It's like, what? But yeah, that was a weird race. I guess that's what happens if you reverse on the grid. Like at the end, that's really weird if you cross the line backwards. I just decided to do it for a joke, but that was weird. Oh well. Guess that's something weird to end off the video then. So if you, thanks PS4. If you did go on to enjoy this video, let me get out of this screen, holy Christ. PS4's airplane there, but yeah, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit the like button, comment on anything you enjoyed below, and if you want to see more. I have decided, because it is getting late here over where I live, so I am going to just do the 2 races tomorrow, or I might have to do one tomorrow and then one on Saturday or Sunday or something. So apologies for that, but it's gotten really late, and I don't believe it or not, I don't want to play F1 and edit and do all this stuff all day long, unfortunately for you guys maybe, but I'm still going to release this video today, as you obviously can see. But yeah, subscribe for more F1 content, or if you like all my content in general. You don't have to subscribe, but I just, you know, you say it anyway. You've heard it enough times before. But yeah, so a weird one at Jeddah, but sure, I guess. I'll see you guys next time then.